For years, the programming "I'm not good enough" was running my life. And that kept me getting more certificates, more letters after my name, working harder, and having worse and worse intimate relationships. And I didn't know why. The big elephant in the room was emotional abuse. I was emotionally abused for decades. Yeah, I couldn't see it because, the symptoms are not like those of physical abuse. The symptoms of emotional abuse were more subtle. However, when I became aware of them, my healing really started. And because of that, I created this video for you so that you become aware of these subtle signs of emotional abuse. If you have the subtle signs of emotional abuse, quite likely you are abused, or you were. And once you know that, you accept it, you can start the healing process. You can ask for help. You can take next steps of a big journey. But this is step number 1, to become aware. So, signs of emotional abuse. Why are you listening to this? Is because I want you to walk out of this video feeling that this is not normal. This is not normal. The biggest problem and why I'm making this video is because we have made normal these 7 things that I'm going to list. Well, that's not okay. If you have any of these 7 things present in your life, even if it is just one, you need to take action. You need to find a mentor, a coach, a therapist, helps, so that you start your healing process. This is absolutely not okay. This is not a way of living life. Emotional abuse is not here to stay. I am giving, offering, sacrificing, make it sacred, my life, so that women don't live this anymore. At the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how you can have a conversation with me, but it doesn't matter if it is with me or somebody else. I want you that if you have any of the 7 things that I'm going to talk about, you start taking action for healing yourself. And as you heal yourself, you heal all the women around you, the women in the past and the women in the future. So, without further ado, I start with number 1. Number 1 is self-sabotage. What is self-sabotage? Self-sabotage is that I want to start an online business and I go and buy this wonderful online business marketing course, and I go and I follow through lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, and maybe lesson 4, but then lesson 5, I don't do it. And I don't show up, and I don't go to the meetings, and I don't do the accountability, and the day when it's about actually selling, I don't show up and I don't do it. Do you recognize yourself? The same with a diet that you start day 1 very well, day 2 very well, day 3 less, and then you forget about it. That you start very enthusiastically that process of changing your life, and then the minute before, the minute when it's really important, you sabotage yourself. You think I'm not good enough, my, I don't know, sales page is not good enough, the cake is too delicious, I have something else to do. But the minute before success, you sabotage yourself. If it is about business, if it is about money, if it is about intimate relationships, the minute when you really have to show up, you sabotage yourself. I can tell you I did this for years. For years, just the minute that really counted, oh, suddenly I had a stomach ache, or I forgot, I couldn't, and the whole project was destroyed. Are you doing that? If you're doing that, it's not you. It's the mental programming that the abuse has left. in your mind that you are not worthy of that success, you have to take action. Number one. Number two, this is something I see all the time. Sorry, 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 sorry. Constantly apologizing for everything. The reason why this is emotional abuse is because usually abuser gaslight us and tell us that we are not okay, as what we said is not okay, that we are guilty of something sometimes that we don't even understand. In general, women, we are programmed to be guilty. If you are wearing a skirt that is a little bit too short, you are way too sexy. You are a prostitute. You are a gold digger. God forbid you wear red lipstick. That's not professional. Constantly apologizing for who we are. If you are a stay-at-home mom, you should be sorry because that's just way too feminine. If you are a full-time worker and a CEO, that's not okay because that's not feminine. In whichever way you choose to live your life, you have to apologize. That is abuse. That is just not okay. If you are apologizing for who you are and the choices that you make, if you see what I'm saying is actually with this point is that every single woman has been emotional abused. And I actually do believe so, that society is abusing us for centuries. The question is, are you apologizing? So have you healed this beat? If not, this is a sign. It's not that you should stop apologizing. It's that you need to dig deeper on what are the causes. Not just change your language. Let's go and change the cause. Step number 3. This is a big one. This is something that I see very often, particularly with the women I work with, women who are highly intelligent, who are very scientific, very technical engineers. They keep second guessing themselves. They go and get a master's and they get another master's and then they get to the course of this and then to the course of that because it's never good enough and it's constantly getting more letters after their name, getting more certificates, getting more so that they can be worthy. And they work harder and harder and harder. They end up in burnout and still thinking that they are not good enough. It just hurts my heart just so deeply because, of course, I'm totally belong to that, you know, constantly into the next course and the next course and the next course and then I'm still not good enough. It is so painful. That was number 3. Number 4. Addictive tendencies. Addictive tendencies is that suddenly you don't know when to stop. This happened to me in so different ways. And I'm talking addictive tendencies in many ways. Yes, you can get addicted to alcohol or sex or drugs. That is possible, but you wouldn't be so successful if you really got addicted into this kind of stuff. But addiction to work is also an addiction. If you are working in an addictive way that you cannot stop and you cannot say no, that's an addiction. One of my dear customers has this problem, and what she describes is that whenever she leaves a job, they have to hire 2 people to do the things that she used to do. That's work addiction. I know many women like that they work so hard, that there is nothing else but that addiction. Observe yourself. It's hard. It is hard to look at yourself. Do you have this thing that you cannot stop? You cannot stop. Just another email, just another email, just another email, just another phone call. That's addiction. Number 5, unexplainable illnesses. It is undeniable that there is a connection body-mind. It's fully documented. There are hundreds of scientific papers connecting mind and body. When there is something in our body, it's expressing something that we have in our mind and in our soul and in our spirit. I have noticed very clearly that I have this pain in my shoulder for years. I have gone to all the doctors you can imagine, and I have noticed that it has always to do with my state of mind. If I feel that I have to save the world, I have that pain. If you have unexplained pains, things that, conventional doctors cannot find, it's quite likely that the source of the pain is emotional, from responsibilities that don't belong to you, from abuse from others. Abuse from others, your partner, your mom, your dad, your culture, your society. Unexplainable illnesses. Number 6, fear and worry. Now, fear and worry. It's like our second name among women. Eh? It goes again, my theory that we all women have been abused or are being abused at the moment. We worry and we fear so much and about so many subjects. We fear success, we fear failure, we fear being abandoned, we fear being together with somebody. We worry about the future of our children and the economy. And sometimes it just stays that way. Sometimes I have these fears and worries that keep me awake at night. And it's just excess of the fear and the worry that is the symptom that there was abuse in my life. Do you have that? Do you have that your worry and your fear sometimes just stops you without, no matter what you do, that fear and that worry is so paralyzing. It's something that is goes beyond you. Number 7, all the subject of relationships. Basically, 2 ways. The people who are healthy, happy, loving, you kind of get out of your life. And the people who are codependent, dramatic, are the ones who, or bullies, are the ones who you seem to attract and manifest. This happened to me, I tell you, for years. For years, I just push away all these nice, loving people and magnetize all the people who will bully me, use me, manipulate me. It was the narcissist. I just attracted them. All the psychopaths come to me. Yay, come to me. Until I started working on my own healing was when I started making the change. Challenge maintaining healthy relationships. And it has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with you. Everything to do with you from the point of view of your non-supporting beliefs, and with that, your non-supportive actions. So these are the 7 subtle signs that there is or there was emotional abuse. Self-sabotage, constant apologizing, imposter syndrome, addictive tendencies, unexplainable illnesses, extreme fear and worry, and challenging maintaining healthy relationships. If you have any of these things in your life, I urge you, accept it. Take action. Take action. Look for, follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. Look for the help that feels the best help for you. Is it spiritual? Is it coaching? Is it therapy? Is it a friend? Just follow your intuition. If you feel called and your intuition is telling you that you would like to see how I can help you, I will be delighted. It is my pleasure and my honor to work with women who have been or are emotionally abused to recover their power, re-fall in love with themselves, reclaim that self-worth, so that they can start magnetizing everything that they want. If you like this video, please like it, share it, and if you really like it, please contact me. It's Blanca Vergara / yes, blancavergara.com / and I'll be delighted to have a conversation with you and see how I can help you. Wishing you a wonderful day, and I see you in the next video. Take care.